Hey guys, it's Ro. I just uploaded the introduction. I said I was going to shoot 3 videos tonight. I'm going to do my comic book haul and then my actual collection. I'm only going to upload the haul tonight and then I'll upload the collection tomorrow night so you guys get a chance to see the introduction, the haul. With the 3 of those, together you're gonna get to see what I'm, hopefully a better idea of what I collect and what I do. In terms of titles, it's all Marvel and independent this week. Like I said, I don't pick up currently any DC titles. So maybe you guys can, once you see what I'm into, maybe some of you guys can leave comments, things you think I would be into in DC. I would love to get into DC. I just honestly know nothing about that universe and the entire company. Other than just the things most general people know about Batman and Superman and I think Superman honestly doesn't interest me. So if anyone can convince me to pick up a Superman comic, I will be impressed. And like I said, so I'm just picking up the comic stuff now. I had the DJ on Thursday night. Friday was Good Friday, so the comic book store was open. So this was the first day I could get there to pick up my haul. Like I said in the introduction video, comics don't arrive on the island until Thursday. So you know how it is. My comic book store, shout out to Downtown Comics. They are extremely good to me. They always have everything pretty much I'm looking for. My pull list honestly isn't too bad. They bring a lot of the titles in. So if there is one that I know they're not, especially independents that I know they're not going to bring in a lot of and are going to go quick, I will make sure they pull it in the back. But overall, like a lot of the Marvel Now stuff, like I go the minute I can and they say that the comics are in. So usually I get there and there's like 30 each on the shelf. They do order quite a bit. Maybe not 30, but there's usually at least like 15 to 20. So we'll start off, just the way the camera is, my hat is bugging me, I have to fix it, I'm sorry. So we're going to try round 2 showing off this haul. I just tried it and then realized the mirror was on, which you'll notice in the introduction video. I look positioned different. It's because the mirror was on, I didn't realize, so I go to show the first comic and I say, wait a second, I can't read it, it's backwards. Well, you can't read it, I know what it is. So we fixed that. You get to see, the Motorhead shirt in full beauty. I said in the introduction video I'm a hip-hop Caribbean DJ, but, I listen to everything, and Motorhead's like one of my favorite bands. So enough about that. It's comic time. And like I said, make sure, like, as you're watching this, like, if you think of any other titles that I might like, let me know. Because like I said, I've only been doing this less than a year, so I'm still a pretty big noob to it. So the first thing I picked up was Morbius #3. I will give a heads up. I have not read any of these yet. I just got home. So Morbius #3, I've been collecting this since issue #1. I'm a pretty big vampire guy. Like I said, I'm big on horror movies and stuff. He intrigued me. I actually never did read his 699.1. in Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't see. I actually went the day after it came out. I skipped it when I went to buy my comics the first day, and then I said, you know what, I should go grab it. It was gone, and they never brought they got the second printing in, I think, and I just kind of was like, I'm just gonna pick up the other comic book store. I think still has a couple first printings set aside, so I'm going to go take a gander and possibly buy those. So far, I will say I've really liked the series. It's not I find it's not necessarily fast paced. They're really building up who he is and building some relationships, you know, and some enemies in the city. So it'll be interesting where it takes me. I've enjoyed the read so far. Unlike a lot of the, you know, great comic book reviewers on here, like, I'm still getting used to the names of the writers and the artists. I do keep note of artists that I really like. Like, I do really like Bendis. I've really liked his stuff. I really like the whole team. I'm trying to think if I have it on here. I'll have to look for it in the pile. But I really like the Rick Remender and John Romita, everyone working on like the Captain America, which I actually slept on. We'll get into that. But anyway, yeah. So Morbius, I enjoy it. You know, leave comments about any of these. Let me know what you think. So that's issue number 3. That's the first one. Second one I picked up, issue number 7, Thunderbolts. I've also been picking this up since it came. If you saw the introduction video, and you're going to hear it every video, I mean, obviously I would pick this up. Anything Hulk, I'm on. I think it's a great book. I believe this is a new art team in this. So it is, I believe it is a new art team. If I am correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, or is it next issue they start? I'll have to go back and look at the other ones. But I believe this is a new art team. This has been one of my favorite series that I'm reading right now. I'm usually not a big Deadpool guy, but he's keeping me entertained. I don't follow Punisher or Elektra. I know their backgrounds. I don't follow them though. But they've all interested me through this book to look more into them. Obviously Red Hulk is why I buy it. I'm interested, especially with the stuff going on with the Leader now. You know, Leader's like one of my favorite villains. Next to Abomination is my number 1, but it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I think it's been a pretty fast-paced book in terms of action. With Deadpool and Punisher, they're all very high violent. Elektra, like, I mean, that's the whole point of this Thunderbolts, is I think, you know, they're all high violence. I also forgot Red Hulk, Elektra, Punisher, you know, and you know, what am I trying to say? I'm losing my train of thought because I'm looking at Venom. They're all high violence characters, I find, and it's cool to see them all in one comic. So I picked that up. Thirdly, I picked up issue number 3, Age of Ultron. I don't know what to say about this book yet, I guess. I flipped through it. I saw Red Hulk in there, but I don't know. It's been kind of. I like the first issue. I really like the artwork in the first issue, like the pages where the artwork was done, so it looked like you felt like your eyes were shaking, even though you were looking at still pictures. Amazing. But it is very slow, and it's moving on. I have seen some reviews on this already, and I know there is like a climax at the end, but we'll see. I'll keep going with it. I mean, it's not a big. It's only, you know, it only goes like 9 issues or something, so I will definitely pick that up. And then I also got Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 1. crazy. Bendis is on everything, I'm pretty sure. I haven't read this yet, but the point one, crazy. I have a feeling this has the potential of, next to my Indestructible Hulk, being my next favorite title. I think it might outbeat Thunderbolts. If you haven't read point one, get it. It held my attention the entire thing. I don't follow Guardians of the Galaxy. I do know that that's what they plan. They plan on shooting the movie. I honestly did. I don't buy books because they have movies out. I also don't buy books because I think they're going to be of value or anything of that. It's nice if they're worth money, but I'm a collector, so I don't plan on selling it ever. When I die, if I have kids, they're going to be left with them until me ain't selling it. So, number one, Guardians of the Galaxy, grab it. The Superior Spider-Man 6AU. This, I didn't know if I was going to pick this up. I have 6 Superior Spider-Man, something I am collecting. I started at 1. All these series, Marvel Now, I've started at 1. I haven't even looked at it. I'd swore to myself before that I wasn't going to buy the tie-ins. Stuff like the Fantastic Four tie-in came out today. I don't collect Fantastic Four, so I have no idea what's going on other than a little tie-in with Age of Ultron. So my plan is I'm going to pick up the tie-ins if it correlates with a book that I'm collecting. If not, it's something I'd like to have, but you know what? I feel like they're gonna be in the dollar bins, or at least the dollar bins, quarter bins maybe. So I'll wait for it. I did a double whammy because I had to play some catch up. Captain America, I just as of last week officially started following steady. I got the first issue when it came out. Actually, my wife got it for me, like for Christmas or something. And I like Captain America. I did not like. I looked at the first one before she bought it for me. Never read it. I didn't like the artwork in it. I didn't like the covers. I didn't like Captain America looking more anime than comic bookish, if that makes sense. But then she bought the book, and I said, you know what? I'll read it. It caught my attention. I slept on it for like 2 months, and I said, no, it was all right, but it's not something I really wanted. And then I said, you know what? It was a week that nothing really crazy came out, so I said, I had money to blow. I said, I'm going to pick up number 2 and I'm going to pick up number 3. I'm going to take a look at them. Hooked. Love it. I love to see Captain America. I don't know if anyone else finds it, but I love to see this dark side of him. Like, I think it was the second book. The second or third book, and he's sitting. If you have never read Captain America, I'm about to spoil it for you, but these are from 2 months ago, so you should already know. The second or third book, he's sitting there with a bullet, contemplating on whether or not he should murder himself or murder the kid that he's got with him, to make things better. I think it's cool to see him in that kind of dark and light, and it really even more humanizes him into he's not perfect. So I'm excited to read issue number 4. I picked up because I didn't get that when it came out, and then issue number 5. So hopefully they do not disappoint. That was my Marvel pickup. 2 more, and I can already, if I do get comments on this, I already see people saying, what? I did not jump on the Saga bandwagon. It didn't interest me. I'm really not. I like sci-fi, but I'm really not a fantasy guy. And it looked like I saw it when the first issue came out, and it didn't interest me. It looked like a sci-fi book. I kind of flipped through it at the comic book store, and just nothing that interested me. I honestly didn't. I look at reviews, I watch reviews on YouTube, stuff like that, but I never let someone dictate what I'm going to buy. I only buy what I think I'm going to like, because at the end of the day, I'm the one reading it, not the person I'm watching reviewing it. Friend of mine kept hassling me, you gotta read Saga, like, you'll love it. He has a lot of similar, loves Hulk, like, we collect a lot of the same books, so I said, you know what? So I went in, obviously number one's like, $150, $200 now. So I went in, Image First reprinted it. So I bought Saga number one. I'm gonna read it. If I like it, I'm gonna buy the trade paperback of the first couple issues that came out. I am fortunate enough that my wife works for Chapters, which I don't know if people in the States and stuff have that, but it's like the giant bookstore here, and I know it's all over Atlantic Canada. I believe it's all over Canada, but so I can buy. I actually don't have a lot of trade paperbacks, but I can get them very cheaply because of her discount. So if I do like this, I will buy it. Saga. Before anyone comments or anything, I know. Let me find my direction. Image First. I know it's not worth any money. It's just a reprint. I actually had the same one. Someone got me a Walking Dead number one. They were pumped. I felt bad for them. So I got you number one. I read that it's crazy expensive. It was an Image First as well. I read it, enjoyed it. Walking Dead's not something I collect, which is odd because I'm probably next to Hulk and Alien vs. Predators, in the middle there is zombies. I'm a huge anything zombie. I'm crazy, but I don't follow the Walking Dead comic book series, and I just haven't been interested in it. So Saga, I'll read off, tell you what I think about it. Last one, I want to try to keep this under 20 minutes, and I'm gonna shout out again DaCosta. DC, man, I am pumped to read this. I had never heard. I've heard of it, but I nothing clicked to bring my interest. Then I heard him talking about the book, so interested, and then I heard them say how ridiculously hard it is to get. East of West, number one. First print, so I'm pumped about that. Now we'll go in for a little bit about why it's not so great. But pumped. Because I've been watching all weekend and then saying, oh yeah, like the book, it's already like jumping some prices and places are selling out of it. And so I'm like, man, I really want this book. I'm going to have to visit both comic shops. I didn't think I was going to find it in my normal comic shop because these kind of things usually they only order very like 3-4 copies and they're gone. And luckily I went, this was the last copy, and I found out why it's the last copy after I left the store, which dude didn't point out to me. Like I said, I don't care, I'm not going to sell them, so, but this being worth any money is zero. I don't think you're going to be able to pick, oh, maybe, see that? I'm assuming when it came on the plane or the boat, that it got wet with the other books on top of it. So basically what you're seeing there, if you didn't get a good look, is all down this is like ink. It's just like run dried ink. And of course the cover has to be white. Of course. The back is fine. So it's the front, so I'm just taking it the way it was stacked. Inside is perfectly fine. Inside cover Like there's no ink. It's just that outside cover. Still pumped that I got it just because I wanted to make sure I had the 01 because I want to read it. This is going to be one that I'm now, like I said, some of the books I don't have to pull. This one I'm going to have to pull. So I need to let them know I need this pulled every time it comes out. So that's the haul today. Normally I have like a stack of back issues. I just didn't, I was running late. I didn't really have time, so I just picked up the new ones. So, like I said, hopefully you enjoyed the haul. Leave your comments. I'll make sure to comment on them. And, you know, subscribe, share the link around, help me out. Help a dude out get known in the comic book YouTube world. And, you know what it is, just like the outro of the introduction video, turn up.